So this is the first room. This is Texas Chainsaw. Yep. This is a complete Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Everything was used. The mask is from 3D. So I got all the masks from the movie. There was 7 masks made. This
is probably the most catastrophic natural event that North Carolina has seen since, Hazel came through in '54.
His bar, the only building on the beach still standing after Hazel. For Florence, they're not taking chances.
I encourage everyone who's under the mandatory evacuation to get out and leave.
Here in Pine Knoll Shores, you'll find a familiar scene of just abandoned roads, people taking advantage of the time they had to prepare, going ahead and boarding up their homes here and getting out of town. And in Morehead City, streets usually packed with visitors eating and shopping, empty, the way officials want them to be.
Potato salad, but what we have now was the original in the food truck. My in-laws do the majority of the cooking. They are the cooks. My husband and my brother-in-laws, we're the financial of it.
Today I had the opportunity to speak with Beirut veterans and families who lost loved ones about what this day and memorial service means to them.
There's nothing higher than to die for something that you believe in.
241 military members dying while trying to keep the peace in Beirut, Lebanon. October 23, 1983.
We will never forget the sacrifice of our Marines, sailors, and soldiers.
7 hours, the girl was found in Fayetteville. The suspected kidnapper, James Murdoch Peel, a private second class in the 82nd Airborne.
There's probably some maturity factor issues there, and don't really know what his mindset was at this time.
Then a twist. Investigators discovering Peel and the child were familiar.
It was part of the SBA's efforts to inform businesses and homeowners about the services available through the agency, including grants.
We are in the process of not granting, but approving loans for folks who have suffered in the disaster.
The SBA is looking to rapidly put through a request
to receive the national recognition presented by the U.S. Department of Education.
Got the honor really during the aftermath of the hurricane and really didn't get the recognition that they deserve.
The National Blue Ribbon Schools program selects schools based on
giving back.
Local business is what keeps America alive. It's the American dream. Everybody got a dream, so, sometimes people go through hardship, rely on your fellow Americans, look out for each other. So I believe in local businesses give back,
Toys are being collected at the barbershop for kids of all ages until December 15th.
We plan on having a Christmas party here at the shop. Refreshments, a little music, some games.
All of the toys will be distributed at the Christmas party on December 15th. Reporting from Jacksonville, I'm Isabel Albritton, 9 on your side.
New Santa set that is based off of a Warner Brothers classic, A Christmas Story.
People get to come, they get to get their picture taken with the leg lamp, they get to get a piece of bark, soap in their mouth and get, put the bunny suit on and get pictures of it with Santa and go down the slide.
This is one of 3 sets in the entire country.
So you get to walk through the house. It's a guided experience.
Census Bureau recognizes Jacksonville as the youngest city in the United States with the highest birth rate in North Carolina. This is why the board members of Zing Zang decided the Children's Museum would be perfect for the city.
The museum is filled with fun exhibits where children can touch, discover, and create.
Megan Crane says the Zing Zang Museum isn't just your ordinary museum.
Her children were about to be sold. She does not want her daughter to grow up being subjective to the same hardships that she is facing as an enslaved woman. So she escaped.
For 7 years, Jacob spent her time in a crawl space in her grandmother's attic. It ranged from 7 by 9 in width to 3 feet in height. And to put it all into perspective, that's about the size of this desk area. After years of hiding, she escaped from Edenton in the 1840s and was reunited with her daughter.
To kind of help someone out, right?
At first, the couple just thought they would offer their space.
Just be like, hey, here's a free venue, right? Like, it's priced at $10,000 for, 3-night stay.
But the plan got bigger and better. Wedding planner Nikki Daiba donated her services.
And she reached out to all of her vendors, and they all donated their services.
A local photographer, videographer, hair and makeup artist, DJ, florist, and baker all donated their services as well, making the total wedding package worth $42,000.
Obviously, we were trying to do a good thing, but it was also awesome to see how many other people were so willing.
The 75-person wedding giveaway is for Friday, May 29th through Monday, June 1st, with the wedding at sunset on May 30th. The Slice of Paradise has 8 full bedrooms, 7 full baths, and 2 half baths, sleeping 30 comfortably. But what sets it apart is the rooftop, where the winning couple will say I do.
So our rules on the whole giveaway is that either 1 or 2 members of the relationship.
Great. So neither one of us knew what was going on. We knew nothing about a restaurant. We knew nothing about pizza. So as we got into this whole thing, we kind of learned about pizza. We got connections with distributors and people, and just a whole lot of help. 2 weeks before we opened, we didn't even have a pizza recipe. No sauce, no crust, no nothing. One of our purveyors really helped us get started. When we opened, we placed our first food order with one of our purveyors, and that left us with like $187 in the bank. So we opened up, and it went bonkers. I mean, it was crazy. To the fact, the first night we opened, we ran out of dough. We had to shut down, and then we opened up again, and then it was just this whole thing where this vibe came. Everybody supported downtown. Everybody just loved it. We wanted